Tomorrow we'll do Kitzer, Bez Hashem, like 7:40. I posted that. Just Rosh Hashanah. What are we holding over here? We're on the bottom of. All right, we got to the bottom of Ayin Dalam Vez.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's basically, for the most part, it's all I got and we continue with the Levyasan. Yeah, so Kiyasa Rabdiya, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines up from the bottom. Yes, Kiyasa Rabdimi, Yom Rabbi Yochanan. So Rabdimi came and said, B'Shem Rabbi Yochanan, my Siv, what does it mean when it says in the pasuk, "Kihu al Yam Yisalav al Naharis Yechanenel"? Right? I imagine we all recognize this pasuk, from David Mizmar. So Elu Shiva Yamim, this is the 7 seas, Ba'ar Benares, and the 4 rivers, from Akifin es Eretz Yisrael, that they surround Eretz Yisrael. Now I don't know how this works out. I don't know how this works out in the Mitzias Bizman Hazeh, right? But Ve'elu ain't Shivas Yamim, Yama Shel Tveria, Yama Shel Sedaim, Yama Shel Cheles, Yama Shel Chilsa, Yama Shel Sivchi, Yam Aspaima, Yam Agodol. Yeah, those are the 4. But those are not really. Yam is normally a sea, no?
Not necessarily. A yam is used in Tanakh to mean any body of water, really. It's not running.
Any body of water that's stationary?
I don't know, stationary, but it's a larger body of water. You can't mix it up the way we understand oceans today. There's a Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. We get mixed up with that. You have to see what the words is. A yam.
I say, but a yam is normally meant an ocean, but that's clearly not what it is here, I think.
Like Yam Melach, you have Yam Melach also. Dead Sea.
So I don't know when Yam means. That's what I'm saying. I don't know when Yam means ocean and when Yam means just a body of water.
In Tanakh, it just means a body of water. L'mikvei hamayim kar yamin. The gathering of non-flowing water is a yam.
Where are you getting that definition from?
Gracious, l'mikvei hamayim kar yamim.
Genesis, 1st chapter.
I'm saying, but that's, and we look at that as those are oceans.
No, any body of water, like Yam Shel Shloima is a tiny.
You're right. Yeah, Yam Shel Shloima. That Yam Shel Shloima. Yeah, that slugs me up a little bit. I don't know which way I'm slugging up. I'm just saying that's Yeah. Okay. Anyways. So, hold on, let me turn on that. Yeah. The Yama Shel Sivchi, the Yama Spam, the Yama Godo, Velu and Arbanaris. So what are the 4 rivers? Yarden, Yarmuch, Kirmayan, Ufega. Right? Ki also Rabdi Meyam Rabbi Yochanan also Gavriel Lasa Kanigia. Now on talking about Aleph now. Gavriel is going to make Kanigia im Levyasan. He's going to go searching for the Levyasan. Shenemar Hasamshuk Levyasan Bechaka. Are you going to be able to pull out the Levyasan? Ubechevel Tashkia L'Shainai, or take a rope and put it onto his tongue. If Hashem would not help him. Ein yachala, he would never be able to get to Levyasan. Shenemar, Aisa Gigash Charboy. He will take his he's going to take his cherev and he's going to get to him and kill him. Yasser Avdimi Amar Rav Yochanan, B'shasha Levyasan Rav, and when the Levyasan is hungry, might see hevel mipiv. This is like serious bad breath over here. It might see hevel mipiv. It takes out hevel from his mouth. Marsiach kol meimes shebim betzula. And because he's breathing, it makes marsiach literally means to boil. He boils all the water that's in the metzulas, in the depths of the water where it hangs out. Shanemar yarsiach kasir metzula. He makes it boil the water. Vilmali nuachnis roishel legan eden. If it wouldn't be that he would bring his head into Gan Eden, whatever that means. Ein kol bri yochel lamed bereicha. Nobody will be able to stand his breath. Shenemar yam yosim kemer kacha ubesha shetzama. Right. So now, meaning it's the well, we said before that makes the merkachas is like a perfume. The sea comes and makes a perfume to block his breath. Ubesha shetzama. And when
it's another one of those upside down things about Tiana Welt, that there are entrances to Gehanim on the surface of the earth. The entrances to Gan Eden are the depths of the ocean, even deeper than the entrances to Gehanim.
Okay, if you understand that, Gershon, gesundheit. Okay, I don't know. I thought Gan Eden. Yesterday's Gemara was mashma. Oh, I don't know. Yesterday's Gemara was mashma. There were these big creatures in the mountains, and then there's separate ones in the depths of the water. Okay,
I thought I saw that
guess there was.
I thought I saw that in a James Bond movie. Yeah. Wild. It's
Again
wild.
with the movies. Yeah. Yeah. Lahavdil, I guess. Well, where do you think the movies get them from? Right? Ubashashat Sama, okay, weiter. Now when Levyasan gets hungry, Isa Tlamim Biyam. So I'm not hungry, thirsty. When he makes Tlamim, a Talam is like a furrow, meaning from his drinking, it ends up digging things into the ocean. Shanemar Achar of Yar Nesiv. Afterwards, he makes a Nesiv is a road. And his drinking is so much that the Tahaim, the depths that the water cleared out of there because he's thirsty, well, now it'll take 70 years to get back to normal.
Does that mean it drinks every 70 years?
No. You think that's what it means?
It gets back to that
more
level.
than that.
Takes
More
70
than 70
to get back to
years.
that level.
Yeah.
You're saying that if
it would drink again, it would go
there would
lower.
be no world left whatsoever. Is that what you're saying?
If it would drink again, it would go lower. It would keep on going lower. So
Okay, so Enochanami, so then maybe Taka, maybe that's where aren't they saying that the waters are receding nowadays?
No, they're going up. The water level is rising.
Oh no, Fakir, right? It's now the ice is melting.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost time for the Levyasan to drink again.
Right.
But they see this. All the anti climate change people are about this, between 70 and 100-year turnover in times where it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down.
I hear. Okay, whatever it is. I don't know how often to drink. Okay, ve'ein seva pchusa mishivim. And there's no, in seva, the word seva, we know means 70 years old. So that's how we know that nothing gets back to normal until 70 years. Amar Rav Aram Yochanan, Asar HaKadosh Baruch Hu lasei seuda letzadikim mipsarei shel Levyasan. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to make a seuda for the tzadikim from the basar of the Levyasan. Shenemar yichru olav chaverim. That the chaverim will have a seuda with it. Ve'ein kara ela sudan. The word kara means a suda. Shenemar yichol lehem kara gedol v'yichol v'yishtu. Ve'ein chaverim ela tamid chacham. We know that a chaver means a talmid chacham. Shenemar hayesheves beganim chaverim makshivim lekolecha hashviyeni. Right, those that live in gardens, they're chaverim who listen. So people that listen are tamid chachamim. Bashar, what's the problem?
Why does it chaver mean that? You have cases all over the Gemara where the guy hit his chaver over the head with a brick.
You're right.
Where he stole his chaver's field. He said, what?
That's I hear that kasha, but maybe when it means chaverim, meaning the word chaver means a friend, right?
Okay.
So that's the type of chaver. But here the Gemara is saying that as it pertains to this pasuk, a chaver here means
Okay. Fine.
as I guess as you compare it to the Rebbeinu Shalom.
Like a yakir. Like a yakir.
Yeah, chaver is a defined term. In Gemara, Eishes chaver is like a chaver, and Trumas and Meister, not Nachshdu, all that stuff.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So Vashar Machalkan Oisai V'Oisin by Schara. And the rest, meaning the rest of the Leviathan, right? Then they split it up and they do Schara B'Shvaki Yerushalayim in the streets of Yerushalayim. Shenemar Yatzu Bein Knanim. And they will split it amongst Knanim. Now what's Knanim? Bein Knanim El Tagrim. A Knan means a Tagar. A businessman. Shenemar Knan B'Yodei Mazne Mirma Lashay Oiv. As a Knan is a businessman, a merchant, and he has he does Geneva because he loves Lashik, he loves stealing.
This one is specific to Nach. In Torah, Kanani means the people who lived in Canaan. But once Yeshua finished with them, there were none left. So it changed to Taza.
Say, is that where Canaan comes from? That Canaan, they were crooks? Is that
That's why they were killed.
I hear. I'm saying, okay, but then you didn't want to bring a raya from anywhere in Bereshis.
Exactly. No, it has to. The Gemara has to bring a raya. The Canaanim mean Tagrim. But in the Torah, Canaanim means Canaanim.
Isn't by Yehuda and Tamar it says Ishkanani or something? And Targum says it's Tagar. No?
Yeah, I think that's but this Lachar is the source for that, no?
Why wouldn't we bring a raya from there?
Maybe.
I'm not sure it's so clear over there that it does mean Tagar.
Yeah, it's a Machokas, I believe.
Yeah. They were Canaanim. Right. But it also means Tagar. That's what the problem was. Tagar was the problem, not the Kanani.
I hear you. Okay, whatever it is. So we're saying that's so the first source is Canaan, that they're crooks. Fine. The people of this, the Seichrim, the business people of the city, our princes, I'm sorry, the prince Okay. Fine. He's going to make a sukkah. Right? Shenemar hasamale, the sukkah is oire, and you're going to make a sukkah with the skin of the vyasan. All right. So now what? This is what we're talking about. Sukkah's oire shel vyasan, right? By the Yehiratzim. Right, that's what this is referring to. But what does this mean? Is that too loaded a question? Meaning, sukkahs arish of yasan. I'm saying so. There's really no connection between our sukkahs and the sukkahs arish of yasan. Correct?
Why not?
What do you mean, sukkah and sukkah? What shaykhs? What does that have to do with our sukkahs? Protection.
This could be connected to the sukkah that Akash Baruch will make for the goyim. Lost and lovely. He puts them in a sukkah made out of fish skin and then pulls the sun out. Of course, they're going to run out and kick the doors. The tzaddikim won't.
Well, it's not a kosher sukkah. Why should they sit in it for?
Why is it not a kosher sukkah? It's not a schach. The building's made out of the skin.
No, it says the skins go all the way up.
Well,
That's loizacha.
well, that's the next Gemara. But I'm saying, but that's, I mean, is there a connection between? I guess sukkah means something to protect. Is that what it's saying? Like they were protected by the skin of the levyasa. Those that are zeicha to it.
In the
Yeah,
Dora
go ahead.
Mabul, there was the tachash that they made the skins out of for the Mishkan, and that only existed in the time of the Midbar, and we're not even sure what kind of animal the tachash is. So we could say that they used that to make the paroches or the walls of the Mishkan, like the tapestry for that. They used the skins on the Aron. So so that we're saying you're going to make a sukkah. That's the sukkah is always a metaphor for a bias or a sukkah shel David, sukkah sanofalis. It could be anything. It could be a sukkah mamish, or it could be some sort of building that he's making for something and for the tzaddikim. It could be a banquet hall. We don't know.
I'm saying, but it means protection. That's what you're saying.
It
It means a form of religious protection.
No, I mean,
Is that what you're saying?
no, I'm saying it physically is a tapestry used for some sort of structure that the tzaddikim will bask in the beauty of, whatever that means.
I'm saying, is that what we're doing when we are in the sukkah? I mean, depending on what your sukkah looks like, but officially what sukkah is supposed to be.
The Maharal says that Pesach is, the
Right?
creation of the nation, and Shavuos is the shlichus of Klal Yisrael going out doing Torah mitzvah. Sukkot is always l'asad lavo. It's like after Yom Kippurim, after Bittul Yitzhahara. That's why we are involved with the Shivim Umos. And Sukkot is like a lot of the Maharal talks about. So Sukkot is like the Yom Tov l'asad lavo. That's why Sukkot is always connected to Shpizin and all the Avos coming back, and the Vyasan is l'asad lavo, all that stuff. So I think that's basic connection.
Is mashma like
So now you're connecting
sukkah
sukkah with Lasad Lava then. Yeah.
This is
That's the way.
It's also why Sukkot has 8 days and not 7 days.
What?
That's also why Sukkot has an 8th day.
Well, I'm saying it doesn't really have an 8th day.
It was added on. That's the lost lovely.
Right. I hear. Okay. But anyways, so you're saying that this is because our sukkah is in reference to the Lasad Lava.
Yeah, the whole idea of sukkahs is that's why it's like a base of mikdash, sukkah. They all tie together, all the different themes.
The Rashbam here is master sticker like that. He adds in 2 words at the end. In the Ramaskal Sukkah, there's Hainu Sikuch, it means all 4 walls and the roof. The Loi Mechitzas. Loi Mechitzas from what? From the Eibush himself, Kaviyako.
You think so?
I mean, you can't say we put up mechitzas as in i.e. walls, but there's no mechitzas.
Right.
The Rashbam explains the difference between Sukkah and Sale.
Right. So that's the question. Is there schach on this sukkah, or like Rabban saying, it's a box?
Right. Rashbam says that there's a gag, so I don't know what that means.
And that's why they walk out, because it's not a kosher sukkah.
The Rashbam says there's a gag in the Sukkah.
Yeah. What's the gag made out of? Out of
Says
Leviathan also?
The Leviathan, no.
L'chara. Okay, let's see. Right, the zacha. So if you zeicha, right, Eisen loy sukkah. If they make him a sukkah from the Leviathan, loy zacha, Eisen loy tzlatzel. They make him a just shade, right? Meaning, so that means all you're having is shade. You're not actually having a room, correct? Shenemar u'tzlatzel dagim raishay. The shade of the dagim is his head. Then okay, so then if at least if he's zeicha to a second level, so okay, he'll have shade. Loy zacha, anak. So then he's gonna get a necklace made out of Levyasan. Shenemar va'anakim legargaroi decha zacha oisan like anak loy zacha oisan like kamiya. I don't know why the Gemara keeps repeating itself like that, but they're gonna make a kamiya out of it. Shenemar. And nowadays, some people think kamiya is more chashuv than the other ones. Right? But okay,
I was going to say, for the
Svardim for sure.
I was going to say, for me, I'd rather that one.
Of course, as I was saying, kamiya avada made out of Levyasan. Imagine how much you could sell that for on their websites.
It's got to be worth a couple Bavas.
Yeah. Anyways, Bashar Parsai HaKadosh Baruch Hu Al Chaimis Yushalayim. And then the rest of it, the Rabbeinu Shalom spreads it out on the walls of Yerushalayim, or he will spread it out, right? And the shine of it will go from one end of the world to the other end of the world. Okay, fine. So that's
we'll know the different levels of tzaddikim based on how much Levyasan bling you're wearing, I guess.
That's how you'll know exactly. That's how they'll know how chashuv. We'll get to that. The Gemara's going to get to that in a minute. There's going to actually be sadness on behalf of the tzaddikim that they're not going to be as chashuv as the tzaddik next to them. Yeah. The samti. Then it says weiter. The samti kadkod shim shesayach. I'm going to make your walls out of kadkod. So now the Gemara talks about what's going to be with lasted lavai. Meaning with the buildings of Yerushalayim. Pligi trei malachi b'rakia. Two malachim in the rakia have a machlokes of what this is. Gavriel and Michal. It's Gavriel and Michal. Amrila trei ameroim and Marava. And some say it's two ameroim and Marava. Uman inon Yehuda v'Chizkiya b'nei Reb Chia. Yehuda and Chizkiya b'nei Reb Chia. That's quite interesting, right? Some say it was Malachim, Gavriel, and Michal, and some say it was Ameroim. Right? I mean, those are two varying. I mean, that's a big gap between shitas of who's saying this, right? Okay, so Chadam or Shoyam. Some says it was Shoyam, right? That's and how do you type Shoyam? I don't know. That's Avnei Shoyam. Right, Avnei Shoyam. Yeah, onyx. I knew what that was.
Or a sapphire, no?
I don't know. The Chadam are Yashpa or Yashpe. Okay, so that's machlokes what type of stones it is. Amalur Kodesh Baruch Hu lahavi kedin ukedin. We should have both. They're both right. Right, kod. I guess that's what that means. Right. Then it says usharayich laavnei aktach, and your gates were going to be made out of stones that are chiseled. Ki hada yasar yachan v'gadar shab yachan and darshaned. Asar Kadosh Baruch Hu havi avodim tavis margolius. Kadosh Baruch Hu is going to bring good stones and pearls. Shehem shleishim al shleishim. They're 30 amas by 30 amas, quite large. V'chaykik ben eser al eser, and he's going to cut out from them 10 by 20. Ma'amidam b'shayir Yerushalayim. He's going to put them by the gates of Yerushalayim. So liglag alav Isaac Talmud. So that Talmud laughed at Rabbi Yochanan. Ashta. He says, we're looking for stones and pearls, and we don't even find like the egg of a bird, right? And so you say we're going to find 30 amas by 30 amas stones, liyamim. So there were some days, after some time, this Talmud, I guess, went home in Azmanim. He was on the ship, and he saw malachim. The yasu kaminasri avonim tavis and margolius. They were sitting and they were cutting up the stones and pearls. Shehem lamed al lamed. Chakuk ben eser barum eser, and they did exactly what Rabbi Yochanan said. Amar lahu hani laman. He said, who do these belong to? Amar lei shasar Kodesh Baruch Hu lavidim ashar Yerushalayim. These are what Hashem is going to put in the gates of Yerushalayim. So also came to Rabbi Yochanan. He came in front of Rabbi Yochanan. Amar lei darish Rebbe. You should continue darshaning, which is also interesting. What does that mean, darish Rebbe? And it's you're proper for darshaning. Kasher amarta the way kasher amarta kain risa, The way you said it is the way I saw it. So here he is. He's going and he's telling his Rebbe, Rabbi Yochanan, you're doing a good job. Continue, right? So, Amar Loi Reika, you empty person, Ilmale Loirisa Loimanta, if you wouldn't have seen it, you wouldn't believe me. Milagleg al Divrei Chachamim, you're somebody who laughs at the Divrei Chachamim. Nasa Neinaboy v'Nasa Gal Shalatzamas. Rabbi Yochanan put his eyes on him and he became a pile of bones. Right? So, meaning he started up with Rabbi Yochanan, meaning even though it seems like he, what?
Chamisa?
No, no, Pashta's not. Maybe you'd Chai Misa for something else. But I mean, where would he be Chai Misa for this?
Why did it become a pile of bones?
No, yeah,
I don't know. So there's
because I think if you make fun of Chachamim, you're Chai Misa, no? Isn't there a Gemara like that?
He brings the footnote from Eruvin.
In Eruvin it says if you're over Divrei Chachamim. I don't know if this is the same.
Right, but it's not a chiyuv. It's not a chiyuv per se, halachic chiyuv. I don't think.
Well, yeah, I mean, Basin can't kill you, but l'chara there's still chiyuv misa on you.
Wasn't that asked by Shimon? Tamid Chachamim, Yiras Tamid Chachamim, Yiras Shemayim. He's Paigim in Yiras Shemayim, in Yiras Hashem.
Right, but they didn't put him, meaning had they put him to death with a bezdin, fine, but they didn't. Rabbi Yochanan put his eyes on him and killed him.
Because it's more b'dei Shemayim than b'dei Adam.
I'm saying he's chayiv mis b'dei Shemayim.
It's not b'dei Shemayim. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it gets defined.
Was it intentional or was just he looked at him?
No, it seems like he was intentional. Right? There's other places. Didn't he do this before?
He lasered him with his eyes. Yeah, brachas, I think, right?
There's definitely other Gemaras about this.
When they came out of the cave, no, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and they looked at, but that wasn't.
Yeah, that he burned up people.
But it wasn't a Chayav Misa thing there.
No, that was not. That was not. That's true. That's a good point.
I mean, this Bachar was obviously in a very high madriga because he saw the malachim making the stones. So,
yes. And I thought maybe because Rabbi Yochanan was going after him because he didn't trust him. You have to trust everything. I would have thought that he should go after him because he says, continue saying shir. Like, oh, you're a good guy.
I think it's the same thing. Rabbi Yochanan gave him a chance to do tshuva. He laughed at him in the middle of shir, this Talmud. He gave him a chance. What did he do with his chance? He went on a trip, and he sees the malachim doing it. He comes back to Rabbi Yochanan and doubled down on his footsteps.
Right.
At that point, Rabbi Yochanan says, "There's nothing we can do anymore. I gave you a chance."
I hear. Okay.
Like Elisha, he killed the two people with the bears.
So, Gershon, if you double down, you chayiv misa.
Whatever it means, like Elisha killed the two people outside the town with the bears. They weren't chayiv misa yet, so the Gemara says. So they were going to do worse. This guy, he's going to double down.
Okay, I don't know. He didn't. He just was liglegal. Meaning he should have been chayiv. If you really think that he should have been chayiv misa just when he was malaglig on Rabbi Yochanan, he should have died right then and there.
I'm saying Rabbi Yochanan gave him a chance. And what did he do with the chance? He comes back and doubles down. Yeah, Rabbi Yochanan, keep giving shir. Shkaya.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
All right, why are we assuming the last thing that he did is what caused him to be entirely chayiv misa?
Because that's when Rabbi Yochanan didn't put his eyes on him right when he laughed at him in shir. He could have put his eyes on him when he laughed at him in shir.
Maybe the person's complete shir of having to be chayiv misa was completed with this last thing. That's it.
Maybe this is the straw that broke the camel's back.
Right,
literally.
Exactly.
Maybe. I hear that. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the Gemara asks, Meisvei v'oilech eschem kamemius. Says I'm going to bring you high up. Rameir Oimer Masayim Amma, 200 Amos. Kishtei Komer Shel Adam Rishon. That's the height of 2 Adam Rishons, because Adam Rishon was 100 Amos tall. We learn Meya Amma. 100 Amas connected Heichel Ksalim, like the Heichel and its walls. Right? The Heichel of the Beis Sheni was 100 Amas. Right? Shenamar Asher Banenu Kenetim Gdolam Benureim. Benasenu Kazavias Mechutavis Tavnis Heichel. Right? So what do you see from this? That it can't be more than we said that how the jewels and the pearls are going to be 30 amas by 30 amas, and they're going to be chiseled out to 10 amas by 20 amas and put by the gates. But if people are going to be, if it's going to be 100 amas, so then you need it to be a lot higher than 20 amas, right? So the Gemara answers, Ki Ka'amar Rabbi Yochanan lechvi the Beis Zika. He's talking about they had windows for air, right? Meaning this wasn't the gates for them to walk through. And the gates to walk through had to be 100 amas high or more than 100 amas high, right? This is talking about the windows. So I guess what they lined the windows with, I guess. Each tzad is going to get 7 chuppahs. Anan Yomam. Va'asav and Noiga Eish Lahava Laila Ki Al Kol Covered Chuppah. Malamet Shekol Echad Vechad Oisele Kodesh Baruch Hu Chuppah Lefi Chvayda. Each person is going to get a chuppah according to his covered. Fine. So Ashan b'chuppah lama. Why do you need smoke? So Amar Rabbi Chanina Shekomi She'enov Tzaros B'Talmidei Chachamim Ba'olam Hazeh Mismalis Einov Ashan L'Adam Haba. Anybody who does not give the proper respect to Talmidei Chachamim in this world will end up with smoke in their eyes and Olam Haba. Okay. Be'esh b'chuppah lama. So why do you have to have eish by the chuppah? Each person is going to be nichva, means really nichva means there's going to be singed or burned from the chuppah's friend, because oila la'isa busha, because it's a big busha. Oila la'isa klima, and klima is a stronger form. I think it's a stronger form of busha. Right? Hashem's face is like the face of the sun, and Moshe's face like the face of the sun. Pnei Yeshua k'pnei Levana, and Yeshua, who is second, is like the moon. It's embarrassing that there's such a drop off, because the moon doesn't give off light. The sun's light is obviously a lot stronger than the moon's light. So basically what it's saying is that there's going to be busha from tzaddikim who are going to be looking at each other's chuppahs, right? And they're going to say, oh, why didn't I get to that level chuppah? Right? Isn't that what some of the Bali Musa say Gehenna really is? Gehenna is just regret, showing what could have been, right? And that's you don't like that, Rav.
That's whatever anybody wants to say, they say.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but this lachar is a makar. This is even those that are getting rewards are going to be embarrassed. I mean, busha and chlima is a strong terminology to use for Yeshua. I mean, Yeshua led Klal Yisrael into Eretz Yisrael, and it's a busha. The Gemara is using a lashon of busha and klima that he didn't have the same level as Moshe Rabbeinu. Right? I don't know. Just add it to the hard Gemara.
It's a riot to the Rambam. Everyone can reach the level of Moshe Rabbeinu on their own level, whatever that means.
Yeshua probably came pretty close.
It's not. It's the opposite.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, that I'm saying Yeshua didn't come anywhere close.
Well, the light of the moon to the light of the sun?
Yeah.
They're not that far apart.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you're ready. Chaim says the opposite. Even though
go out tonight and put on sunscreen on your face and sit under the stuff for 3 hours and see how much of a tan you get.
Amen. Tonight should be lots of love.
Yeah. Okay.
But the Eibishter brings back the light of the Levana. We're talking about lots of love.
No, but it's still going to be, and Gemara is still calling it a busha and a chlima, Gersh.
Yeah, that tiny bit that could have been. Yeshua wasn't Moshe Rabbeinu, but to do what Moshe Rabbeinu did with his life, Yeshua could. I don't know what any of this means. But Yeshua could have done with it, and so could we. That doesn't mean we are Moshe Rabbeinu. We're given different jobs for what our job is. The time is I should have reached the Madrega Moshe Rabbeinu.
I don't know. Right? I'm saying it's going to be a busha and a chlima from Yeshua, from Moshe's level to Yeshua's level. Right? I mean, that's what it's saying. You're not buying it, I guess.
I can't.
I'm saying this is even lost.
Teres Chaim says that even though they're both tzaddikim and both big gedolim, but at the end of the day, you can't compare the sun and the moon. It's going to be so rachok, mizeh mizeh. Sounds like our sun, our moon.
I hear. Okay, whatever it means. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amar Rav Chama, we're 7 lines off on the bottom. Amar Rav Chama Bar Chanina. Eser chuppahs asa kodesh baruch hu la'adam rishon began Eden. Hashem made 10 chuppahs from rishon in Gan Eden. Shenemar ba'Eden gan elikim hayisa kol even yikara. And then from the rest of the pasuk, and then it goes through all the 10. Marzutra Amar achas esrei. It was 11, not 10. Shenemar kol even yikara. Every, right? So now Amar Rabbi Yochanan the Garua Shabbakulan Zov. The least of these was gold. Because that's the last of the rest of the pasuk. It's the lowest. Yeah, my meleches toifech v'nakavich bach. What does it mean? And the tufech is your drums, and there are holes inside it. Amar Rav Yudam Rav Amar Kodesh Baruch Hu lechiram melech tzur. Hashem said to Chiram melech tzur, v'chodes takalti. I looked at you, ubarasi nekavim ba'adam. And because of you, I saw that you're a king and you're a big balgaiva, and therefore I had to make orifices in your body to get rid of waste, to just show you that you're no different than anybody else. Right? Yeah. Okay. Whatever that means also. Misa al Adam Arishon. And I looked at you, and that's where Misa came to Adam Arishon. All right. So I thought there was Misa came from the Eitzadas. No? Wasn't that the punishment from Eitzadas, or one of them?
Could be that's what the Rashbam is saying. That's why it's from the Shu Chalul, the pasuk is saying the kavura of a person, not the actual death, the surroundings of the death. That's what would have happened because of Eitzadas. The kavura is because of this.
I mean, that's okay, but here it sounds like, again, okay, whatever. Maybe this is all the problems with the learning Bereshis, that what was Hashem didn't have a plan. I mean, with the Rabban, we learned this morning, Hashem had a plan. He had a whole plan, right? What happened to the plan? Right? Okay, whatever. My Val, what?
I held myself back from saying it this morning, but now you said it again. The Lahavdo, Mike Tyson's line. I hate to bring a line from Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson says everybody has a plan until you punch him in the face. There's ice playing after that. It's ice playing
until they get hit.
Ice playing after that.
Right. Yeah.
If anybody has any idea why these Gemaras are in Bava Basra, let me know.
Well, we got into it from ships. That's how we got to it.
No, but you know, like the Gemaras about the Churban are in Gittin, you know, Reb Tzadok says there's always a shaykhs to the Masechtas. I have no idea what these Gemaras are doing here.
Yeah, you mean you're saying on a more esoteric level of why they're here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah, nobody says pshat. None of you are from there.
I don't know. There's something
it starts with the ships. All of this started with ships. Then we went to Livyasan, and now we're talking about Lasid Lava. I mean, that's my Litvisha. That's my straight Litvisha way of understanding it.
Yeah, but the Hasidic part of my neshama is not satisfied. So
I hear. Okay, I don't blame you. Get rid of that Hasidic part of your neshama, and then you have no problems like me. All right.
What do? You go to the mikvah to get rid of it? What do you do?
No, you go to a swimming pool. You don't do a mikvah. Anyways, okay, right. Second line, so top line on the Amud base. Yeah,
Ravina and Rashi put him in here to say, let's see what people think why we put him here.
Utilize one of the orifices that God gave you to get rid of it.
So the children should ask.
Oh, I'll bring Pesach into it. Okay. Anyways, my Valmakra, right, and those that are called to it. Amar Rabba, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, like Yerushalayim shel Olam Hazeh, Yerushalayim shel Olam Haba. Yerushalayim of this world is not like Yerushalayim of the next world. Yerushalayim shel Olam Hazeh, Kala Roitz Alalas Oila, as we know. Anybody who wants to go up to Yerushalayim goes up. Shel Olam Haba, Olam Haba, Ein Oilan Elam Hu Zimonah. Only those that are invited. You have to have an invitation to get to Yerushalayim. Amar Rabba, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Tzadikim Nekrayin al Shmoi Shel Kadosh Baruch Hu. Tzadikim are going to be called by Hashem, whatever that means. There's a marsha. I know there's a marsha on this. I didn't get a chance to look at it if anybody knows what the marsha says. But anyways, tzaddikim are going to be so chashuv. They're going to be called Hashem, or at least one of the names of Hashem. I don't which name. I don't know. Anything that's called in my name, I covered, was created. Yitzartiv afasisav. I formed them and I made them. There are three that are called in the name of Kadosh Baruch Hu. Elohein Tzadikim uMashiach Yerushalayim. Tzadikim Hadamar, and that we just said. Tzadikim are going to be called by Hashem's name. Mashiach Tichsev B'zeh Shmoi Asher Yikru Hashem Tzidkenu. The name of that he's going to be called is Hashem Tzidkenu. Yerushalayim Tichsev Saviv Shmaina Asar Elef. There's going to be 18,000 Amos. Hashem Ha'ir. Miyoim Hashem Shama. The name of the city will be from that day on Hashem Shama. Al Tikri Shama. Ella Shma. Right, not Shama there, but Shma in Hashem's name. So it's going to be called. Shalayim is going to be called by Hashem's name. Right. Fine. Amar Rabbi Lazar Asid and Tzadikim are going to they're going to say Kaddish. Does this mean like Kaddish? Kedusha, Kaddish, yeah. That they're going to say it in front of. They're going to say it in front of Hashem the same way they say. The same way they're going to say it in front of Tzaddikim, the same way they say it in front of Hashem. Shenema, right? And that's what it seems to be saying.
I think that they're going to be called Kaddish. In the same.
Is that what it means?
Like we say in Berchus Kedusha, Ata Kaddish Yishmcha Kaddish, Kedoshim B'chal Yoyim Halu Chasel. There's Kedoshim of Tzadikim Lasid Lavi. That's this Gemara. They are Kaddish the same way the Eibush is Kaddish, whatever that means.
I hear.
Marsha says it's like the Gemara says in Yuma, it's Kadishim, Yisam Kedoshim. If you're Mekadesh yourself by Elam Hazeh, then they're Mekadesh and Elam Haba.
Right, but they're Mekadesh. They're being Mekadesh to Tzadikim, or that's what it sounds like.
They'll call you Kaddish by Elam Haba because they're Mekadesh themselves by Elam Hazeh.
Yeah, okay. It's interesting what this means. It's almost like you can't say it's putting on the same level as Hashem, right? Can't
I
be
thought
that.
anyone.
Aaron, there's a basketball thing. I can't remember where I heard it or when, but someone was talking to some like major league basketball player, and they were laughing like
You already messed
he
up with a major league basketball player, but okay.
I don't know
All
anything
right.
about basketball.
I'll
In
make
some
it
way,
the macha, so he doesn't have to make the macha on you. Yeah.
they were laughing at him like he's anywhere close to the big. I don't know who, Michael Jordan, maybe, I don't know. So he said to the guy, "You're so much farther away from me than I am to Michael Jordan." Like lahavdil, the same kedusha from us to the tzaddikim is so far distant that they are, in kedusha wise, similar to a Kadosh Baruch.
Okay.
You have to say there's some type of levels of kedusha, because otherwise the implication is that there's somehow non-kadosh people in Al Haba that we're talking about. They're gonna say kadosh to other people.
Right.
That
That can't be shot, right? That
Right.
doesn't right.
Art Scroll teaches it a little different. I mean, I think someone else mentioned it, but he says just like the Malachim daven to Hashem and say Kadosh, the same way they do it to Hashem is the same way they're going to do it to the tzaddikim.
And say that they're Kaddish.
Right. B'derech sh'om lifnei Kadosh Baruch Hu is the same way they're going to say it to the tzaddikim.
But not in the same. Okay, so that's a little. So that means what? Regular Basav Adam is going to say Kaddish to the tzaddikim.
The Malachim are going to say Kadosh to the tzaddikim, just like they say it to Kadosh Baruch Hu.
I hear. Okay.
Are there any non-tzaddikim? Are there any non-tzaddikim in Al Haba?
Yeah, the person who invented cheese Danish.
It's a good question. You're right. It's all going to be tzaddikim there. No, I guess there's different levels of tzaddikim.
The term tzaddik is relative, yeah.
Right. I hear. Okay, let's see weiter. So, Amar Abelazar, Sidon Tzaddikim Shalom Lefneim Kadosh Kederach Shalom Lefnei Kadosh Baruch Shanam Rabbi Yendisha B'Tzion V'Anois Yerushalayim Kadosh Yom Eloi. Okay, it's going to be. They're going to say Kadosh to them. Amar Rabba Amar Rav Yochanan Aser HaKadosh Baruch Hu LaHagvia Es Yerushalayim Gimel Parsois Lamala. Yerushalayim is going to be lifted up 3 parsois Lamala. Shenemar Uraima V'Yoshva Tachteh. He's going to lift it up and they're going to sit under it. My Tachteh, Kit Tachteh. Like it's under. Right? Umimai Dahai Tachteh Tlasa Parsi. Where do you get the 3 parsois? So Amar Rabba, Amar Liya, who Saba? So Rabba said that Saba told me, I saw the first Yerushalayim, Utlasa Parsi Hava, and it was 3 parsos. Right? Okay, so that's how you know. The Shema Taimar, and you're gonna say Yesh Tsar Lalas, maybe you're gonna say it's so high up, it's gonna be a tsar to go up there. Tamalaymar, Mi Eile. Who are those that fly like like clouds and like yoinim, like pigeons to their place, to where they belong. So that's meaning. So it's going to be easy. The way you fly, it's easy. Clouds are 3 parsois up in the air, right? I don't know what I'm saying. Sometimes you have higher clouds and sometimes you have lower clouds. Right? I don't know if that's a set rule for clouds. I'm not sure. Okay, weiter. Amar Reb Chanina bar Papa, Hashem wanted to have a certain measurement for Yerushalayim. Shenamar v'omer ano ata hoylech. V'yomer Elai lamadas Yerushalayim. So I'm going to measure Yerushalayim. Liras kama rechav kama orcha. How wide it's going to be and how long it's going to be. Amar Malach Yeshar Zefnei Kodesh Baruch Hu Rosham Harbe Kracham Barasa Balemecha Shalom Asailam. There's many cities in the world. V'loy Nasata Midas Orchan or Midas Rachman. You didn't. There's no measurement there. I'm assuming it means they just keep expanding, right? So Yerushalayim, Shechimcha b'Seicha, Yerushalayim, that your name is in there, Umikdashecha b'Seicha, and your Mikdash is there, V'Tzadikim b'Seicha, and you have Tzadikim in there, Atanoisim b'Mida, you're going to make a measurement to it. I guess it's a pigam for Yerushalayim not to have, to be I guess, have bigger cities in Yerushalayim. Go run and tell the Nar, saying, Prozes Teshev Yerushalayim. It's going to be a present. It's going to be an open place. Yerushalayim is going to be open. Because of the lots of people and behemoths that are in there. So again, HaKadosh Baruch Hu changes his plans based on Malachim telling him things. Amar Rish Lakish. Asa HaKadosh Baruch Hu Loisa Yerushalayim Elif Tafaf Ginois. He's going to so now we get into gematrias over here. He's going to have 1,000 times the word Tafaf, right? And that's the gardens are going to be 1,000 times that. Elef Kafal Magdilim, and it's going to be 1,000 times Kafal. Kafal from the word Kafal is the towers. Elef Litsuye Biranis, and 1,000 times more Biranis is like palaces. Elef Mushnei Shila Tay Tafrois, and Tafrois are like what do you call it? Forts. And those type of things. It's going to be 1,002 times the word Shila. Each one of them is going to be as big as Tzipari when it was doing well. Okay. Tanya Amar Rav Yossi, Ani Risi Tzipari b'Shavasam hayu b'meo shmeinim elef shvakim shalmachri tzike kedera. There were 180 when it was at its height, when it was doing well. It had 180,000 shukim just for selling kederas, for pots, for food, for pots. Yeah, but then it continues. Sela el Sala Shalish Shloshim Paramim, and they had the rooms that were there. 33. There were 33 times more rooms than that. What does this mean? My Shalosh Shalish Paramim. What does it mean? 33 times. Amar Levi, Amar Pap, Mishum Rabbi Shua, the Sachni. In Gimel Yerushalayim Haim, if there's going to be Yerushalayim's loss of love, like Kol Achas Achas Yesh Loishim Medurin Mal. Each one of them is going to have 30 Yerushalayim's on top of that. If Shloishim Yerushalayim Hain, and if there's 30 Yerushalayim's Kol Achas Achas Yesh Loishim Medurin Mal, then each one is going to have 3 over it. So basically, it's always going to be in multiples. It's always going to be in multiples of 3, right? So it's not talking about the rooms. It's actually talking about Yerushalayim itself. Okay, I don't know what all this means, but we will stop. We will stop over there. All right. I hope it's semi-understandable.